Hello. If you're able to, please close your eyes. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Relax your shoulders. Unclench your jaw. Take another deep breath in and another breath out. You can open your eyes now. My name is David, and welcome to Mindful Moments. How are you doing today? I hope you're well. I am very well, thank you. It's been incredibly hot as of late, and I, frankly, love it. I feel like because I struggle in the winter, because I'm not a huge fan of the cold and the dark, even when it's slightly uncomfortably hot in the summer, I still do my best not to complain. Because as far as I'm concerned, if I'm going to be in discomfort in the winter, I must accept the summer and try and find joy as much as I possibly can. Because there's no point in complaining about the weather all the year round. The weather? The weather. There's no point complaining about the weather all year round, as much as it is a bit of a pastime for British people to do so. Everything is going swimmingly. It's going well. I always feel like the middle of the year, the first quarter of the year, or the first third of the year, I feel builds up and it's me trying to gather momentum. The last third of the year is me trying to really consolidate and make sure that everything I put in progress over the course of the year really ends in a place where I want it to. And then the middle section of the year, I feel that's where I enjoy myself the most, really. When it's summer, when I feel a little bit less pressure on my shoulders. Don't get me wrong, I'm doing a lot of things at the moment, and I am feeling a bit of pressure from all of them. But generally, I feel like life is for the enjoyment right now. And that's what I'm trying to do, trying to enjoy myself. In the spirit of that, as you know, I enjoy talking to you so much. I enjoy making these episodes so much. And today's episode, I just like to keep simple. I want to talk about encouragement. No person is an island. Nobody lives in a vacuum. As much as we do all the work on ourselves that we do to try and give ourselves the best life possible, everybody needs other people. We all exist in community. And one of the things that I really believe to be true is that when it comes to affirmation and validation, mostly affirmation, when it comes to affirmation, positive affirmation, internal positive affirmation is hugely important. It's very important to affirm ourselves positively because our voices are the ones we hear most. The voice in your head is the one that is ever present. It's also hugely valuable when we are affirmed by external voices. We shouldn't rely on them. It's a bonus rather than what should be our bread and butter, our daily speaking to ourselves. But when other people encourage us, it's hugely valuable. And knowing that fact, being cognizant of that fact, I know how important it is that I encourage other people when I'm able to. I have an expression that I say to myself quite often, which is better in your ears than in my head. It basically speaks to my general philosophy of if I think something nice about someone or think someone's doing well or see an opportunity to encourage somebody, I'll always do it. Often it's something that's not a big deal whatsoever. I can pass a stranger on the tube and think their outfit's really nice. And I'll tell them your outfit's really nice. 9 times out of 10, they'll be happy about it. 1 time out of 10, they might not really react. But either way, I think it's just nice that they know that they've got a great outfit on today. They probably do know because otherwise, how would they put the outfit together? But you get what I'm saying here. When it comes to my friends and my family, without relentlessly, I will tell them the good things I think about them and encourage them in the ways that I think they should be encouraged. When we are living our own lives, when we have our tunnel vision, and when we know what we want from our lives and know what we're pursuing, it can be really hard for us to see what we're doing well in the moment already. It can be very hard for us to see the positives of what we're doing and to see ourselves in a positive light because we know what we're chasing and don't feel like we're there yet. so don't necessarily give ourselves the credit we deserve where we are right now. That's where external encouragement really means a lot. Obviously, I create for a living. I do creative things for a living. And when you are trying to make a profession out of something creative, it takes a very long time and it takes a lot of resilience. One of the things that is so necessary along anybody's creative journey is external encouragement, because you believe in yourself, which is why you create in the first place, and you have hope that it will lead to something. But quite often, the external affirmation that you get in terms of actual big, tangible things that advance your career, those things are actually quite few and far between. I can think of tangible moments where I thought, okay, my career has gone slightly further, or this is elevated slightly more. And they are, yeah, they're few and far between. They're not the things that would keep me going daily were very small things. Like I would post a video, let me say, and maybe the video might not do too well, but someone might message me and say, hey, I've really been enjoying your content recently. That is the kind of boost that keeps you going day to day, not necessarily a huge contract or a big commercial opportunity. It's people encouraging you, people you know and people you don't know. Encouragement from different sources is also hugely important, because it goes to different places. It means different things. It can be very easy sometimes to overlook the encouragement we get from those who love and care about us, because we expect it. Human beings, when we expect something, or when we expect something to happen, we have a very nasty habit of turning that into something that doesn't mean anything anymore. But it means a huge amount when the people we love and care about, and who love and care about us, choose to encourage us, because no one has to. People vocalizing their encouragement to you, or letting their encouragement of you be known, is a really wonderful thing for them to do. And it's very easy for us as well to assume that people know we think good things about them. Oh yeah, of course they know. He's one of my best friends. Of course he knows I think this about him. But does he? Do I say it out loud often enough? Sometimes I catch myself and realize, no, I've been thinking this really positive thing about this person. It's been in my mind, and I'm assuming that they know about it, but I've never actually vocalized it. I should, so that they know it. There have been so many things that people have said to me in passing, and not even realized how that's shaped the course of my day, week, month, or even changed the way I think about myself. So many small comments that they easily could have not said, but they do say. And it means a tremendous amount. As I said, when it comes to that internal work, the internal encouragement that we give ourselves, and the way that we talk to ourselves and try and affirm ourselves positively, that positive inner voice can be made much stronger by the work we do for ourselves, and can be very well reinforced by the things we hear from the people around us. So any encouragement we get from the people who love and care about us, that is reinforcing the positive messaging that we give to ourselves, and it's hugely valuable every time it's done. In addition to that, there isn't much that's better than unexpected encouragement. When you hear from someone who you don't necessarily know that well, or a complete stranger, and someone says something positive to you that you weren't sure that anyone was realizing or noticing of you, that is another hugely affirming thing, and something that can really, really, really encourage us. I've said before how whenever I meet someone in public who comes up to me or talks about the podcast or talks about my book or talks about the content, how much that means to me. And it's because I never take it for granted that, though we feel very well acquainted, because we do this all the time, people don't necessarily know me personally. So whenever someone comments on the podcast, gives me any kind of feedback, talks to me at an event, sees me in public and says something positive to me, that is hugely affirming and hugely encouraging. And I'm obviously talking on the scale of, career, which, to a lot of people is one of the biggest kind of pillars of your life. But I'm talking, this applies across everything, really small things. I, for example, am not the most natural chef, cook. I can follow a recipe, obviously, because I can read instructions. But cooking is something that I've never taken a huge amount of joy in. I enjoy taking care of myself. I enjoy that it's going to be good for me when I cook for myself. But I'm not the kind of person who can go into the kitchen and instinctively start throwing things together. And that makes me feel like I'm not good at cooking. So when I cook something and maybe say my fiance says, "Oh, that's really nice. That tastes really nice. Or that smells really nice." That's really, really encouraging for me. It's really nice. It's really good to, yeah, it's really nice. It's nice to have encouragement. It's nice to be encouraged. So know all this to be fact. What do you do with all of that? Whenever anyone encourages me, I'm very grateful and I take note of it. It's very easy to, when we're complimented, a lot of people don't know what to do with compliments. I am like that a lot of the time. When someone says something really nice to me, sometimes I'm a bit, I don't know what to do with this. But accept it is the answer. If someone says something nice to you, if someone compliments you, especially when they didn't have to, accept it. Do them the honor of accepting it. They didn't have to compliment you. They did it because they mean it. And they wouldn't have done it if it wasn't true. So the best thing you can do for yourself and for them is respect that compliment by taking it on and letting it feed your positive inner voice. Appreciating when people encourage me and, of course, being what I want to see, encouraging people the way I know it makes a difference to me when I'm encouraged. If I think something positive, if I think something positive about someone, better in your ears than in my head. I'll always say and always encourage people where I can because I know how much it means. And it's part of being part of a greater community, a greater worldwide community. It's one of the easiest ways and most accessible ways to show love. That's what we should all be doing. That's really all I've got today. I hope you found this episode encouraging. As I say every week, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for listening. It means a tremendous amount that people listen. It means a huge amount that I can share my thoughts with you. It encourages me greatly, and I hope that my words encourage you in turn. Thank you for being here. Thank you for listening. Whatever you're doing this week, I hope you have a wonderful one.